In the immortal words of Bruce Banner, Thanos is coming. He's actually here. So today I've got the Thanos Eaglemoss Hero Collector Thanos. There's no other name for it. Normally like there'd be like an addendum like Infinity Gauntlet Thanos or something, but this just Thanos. There he is in all his glory. No armor, no helmet, gauntlet. Probably all of the gems. I can see 5 of them, and as he got the mind gem after he got the time gem, which isn't visible, I'm guessing they're all there. According to this, its actual size is this, 310 millimeters, which is roughly this. Apparently it's the scale of this picture. Convinced he could bring stability to the universe, the mad Titan Thanos began a genocidal quest for... Was it ever genocide? Isn't genocide when you try and wipe out a whole race? At no point was he ever trying to wipe out a whole race. Genocidal quest for the... Never try and debate genocide. His genocidal quest for the powerful Infinity Stones. I think powerful was actually an understatement to the Infinity Stones. He stopped at nothing to complete his mission and... even when challenged by the alliance of the universe's mightiest heroes. Well, they were Earth's mightiest heroes, really, weren't they? It was. I would summon it. So I would say it's Earth's mightiest heroes, plus Rocket, Groot, and kind of Thor, because he's not. He kind of is and he isn't. Wiped out half of all life with a snap of his fingers. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's that side. That's just the same as the other one. And then there's just a side view there. Oh, actually, the side view shows the time stone on like this bit of his thumb. So they should all be in there. Nothing on top. Something flicked off it there. And just all the usual stuff on the bottom. Recommended age 14 plus. Do not dispose of in domestic waste. Alright, let's get this open. Oh, doesn't require a knife yet. That's disappointing. Okay, right, okay. It's the reason there's no viewing window for this. Okay, well, what's nice is the little magazine these always come with was placed here on a flat surface against a flat surface, so it is pristine in condition. Normally these are damaged, but this one isn't. That's strangely refreshing. All right, let's pop that there. Move that over there. All right, exciting. Certificate of Authenticity. Eaglemoss Limited proudly presents your skillfully crafted, hand-painted and limited edition Thanos figurine. One of only 2,000 available worldwide. Number 378. I feel like the other ones of this I've had haven't actually given like an actual number. They've said limited, but not how limited. But if there's only 2,000 of these, it's not actually that many, is it? Just a quick look at this. Yeah, just some stuff, some images, some Josh Brolin stuff. What I like about all these sort of included materials is they're always really fun and interesting to read, but it's more from like a filmmaking point of view and things like, oh well, we decided to make Thanos exactly twice the size of a human because it makes it easier to work out. But then if they ever put any like trivia tidbits in about, I don't know, something specific like, oh, he got this scar from when he first fought Gamora or some nonsense, you know, that's like, that exists as canon for now here, but may never be actually true in the future. All right, I'll set that aside. Let's think about how we're going to get into this without making too big a mess. Is the key there. I could just slice it straight open as it is polystyrene, but thinking if I cut through the tape, that will... The thing about polystyrene is it gets everywhere. And I want to avoid that. I also want to avoid slicing through the figure itself, because there's only 2,000, you know, we have to treat these with respect. This better be in pristine condition in here, because this is really solidly packed. I brought like computer components which are less well packed than this. Okay, here we are. Right. Okay, straight away I'm guessing there's going to be some assembly required, as that is an enormous base. I thought this was going to be in scale with the Hulk, which it looks like it will be. This base is massive compared to that one. And let's just relinquish him. There were no instructions. There are no instructions, I should say. I mean, I don't need instructions. I feel like it can only go in this in one fashion. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't difficult. However, you never know how dumb people can be. 2 silicone packets. Right, let's... Okay. I'll put that in the base and... Yeah, it's, you could probably pull it off, but it's not like falling off. That's not going to fall anywhere, is it? Right. Okay. It's quite a strong odour. It's noticeable. Right. It's heavy. It's actually really heavy. There's a lot of weight in the figure itself. I'd say it's actually more weight in the figure than in the base, which quite often they give you a big base like this because they can make it really solid. It doesn't fit in there as squarely as I was like. Right, okay, let's look at him. First thing I notice, his purple skin is very pale in places. It does look like it looks on the box there. Fortunately, right here I've got a number of movie accurate representations of Thanos to compare to. Obviously they're all close-ups of its face though, just one shot. Ah, yeah. Okay, looking through this to jog my memory of what Thanos looks like. There's a picture there. This is what I'm basing it off of. It's my theory now. It's quite good. There's a lot of like little kind of pox marks to his arms. I can't work out if they're meant to be... They look like paws, is what they look like. In this picture of him, he clearly does have those, but in this, they don't look quite right. But looking back and forth, I think it's probably better than just a solid painting. So that's... Okay, the skin's okay. The face... Yeah, the face is pretty good, actually. It's well painted. It's a little bit uneven, but I'm thinking that is actually just the way I've got it lit, which is fine. Slightly annoying thing is, he faces this way. So his face lines up with his hand perfectly, making for a slightly awkward front-on viewing angle. The gauntlet, the gold's good. It looks. How can I best? It looks almost slightly battle worn, like it's actually been kind of used. The one in the films is probably shinier and less sort of grimy, but this works pretty well. I'd say it's actually pretty well detailed as well. It's clearly got like little joints for the fingers and around the hand for everything to move. The Infinity Stones are not great. They're fair, well, the big yellow one, which is the Mind Stone. I think that's the one he gets last. The one here, anyway. That is very clear that this is one moulded thing, his gauntlet, and the stones have been painted on afterwards, which obviously practically they're not going to make little gems and slot them in, but it just doesn't look quite right, and they don't in any way look like gems. They just look like painted bits of the glove. And then the smaller ones are probably painted a bit better, with the exception of the orange one, which is the Soul Stone, yeah. Which is not quite painted enough, so it looks actually smaller than the other three on there. And then the one on his thumb, the green one, the Time Stone, that actually looks pretty good. How many Infinity Stones are there? 6, isn't there? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's not one in the palm, is what I'm thinking. So I have a slight issue. This is minor. This is in the Infinity Wars thing. I almost feel obligated to just check. Okay. Oh, good. This is handy. On the back of this is the Infinity War poster, which features a picture of Thanos, and it's when he's only got the first 2 stones, which, as you know, the Power Stone, which he starts the film with. Yeah, you don't see him get that one. And then the Tesseract, which he gets from the Asgardians. Now, they're the ones in like the first knuckle and the second knuckle. What I'm hovering around at is the fact that it's painted wrong. The Power Stone in this is painted like maroon. It's a nice colour, to be fair, but it is not the purple that the Power Stone 100% is, which is a slight issue, because I feel like the Power Stone above all of them is the one that, when he uses it, is very clearly purple. It also it's just slightly darker than the Reality Stones. So that's in the sum of things, that's essentially the most important part of this, is getting those right, and it's wrong. And it's not even like slightly wrong, it's clearly wrong on the box as well. So that's a surprising oversight, which I don't understand, because it's not like this is some last minute change that they didn't know about, vis-a-vis Thanos' sword over here from the Lego set, which, as it turned out, was perfectly accurate. At no point has there ever been a dark maroon Infinity Stone, and even like pre-release material, like this image here, clearly shows the purple stone. I could understand if they put it in a different slot, maybe, but that's. I can line these up and tell you it's wrong. So that's not great. Let's move forward. The shirt's good, actually. Yeah, it's got a nice sort of dimpled effect to it. Makes it look like a mix between sort of chainmail, and it just looks like a real shirt, to be honest. It looks like whatever ballistic weave is, but I don't know if that's a real thing. This has already come out. He's got 2 pegs on the bottom of his feet that I feel are supposed to guide in. One of them is much longer than the other, and the other one does look like it snapped off. So, yeah, and the hole for this one is longer, so it does make me think, if I look through there, there'd be signs of it having snapped. Let's just jam that back in there. Obviously, you're not really going to handle it that much. It's not a huge issue. What is kind of annoying, though, is that because they've done that to the bottom of his feet, you have to have him on the base, really. You can't just have him off the base, even though I'm pretty sure he would stand up because he's pretty sturdy. He's on 2 feet and he's upright, so he should be fine. Trousers. He's wearing corduroys. I could not tell you now what Thanos' trousers look like. In my head, in fact, he wears, it's almost like a unitard affair. Or leotard, if one of those isn't a real thing. To the point where I'm not convinced he's wearing a shirt and trousers. And typically there's not a full body shot in here. I'll post up an image next to it of full body Thanos, and you can decide whether or not he's wearing. Here we are. There is a shot. Okay, yeah, he is very clearly wearing a shirt in this. I'll give him that. The belt is the key. He does have a belt on. What's quite nice actually is the belt goes around here, and you can see where it comes out under the back of his shirt at the back there. That's a nice little touch. The boots are enormous. Again, I'm looking at a picture of Thanos here, and it's perfectly fine that he's wearing boots that go above the knee to the thigh high, if you will. That's fine there, but now when I think about it in reality, it does look kind of funny how enormous the boots are. But they're fine. They're all uniform colour. Paint job seems pretty good. It's a strong enough smell that it's getting to me a bit. Getting a bit of buzz off that. Yeah, I reckon the head's a bit small. I don't know if that's just me. Does it feel like Thanos has quite a large head? Is the thing. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna grab. If I grab Nick Fury here, he's an average sized man. This is from the same series, so they should be in scale to one another. And actually, I'll grab the Hulk as well. And oh, what scared me a bit there is there's a dead spider on Hulk's shoulder. That's fine though. That's thematic. He likes animals. So when they square up to each other in the film, Hulk is a bit shorter than Thanos, isn't he? I seem to recall. In this, Hulk's kind of hunched, but if he did stand upright, I would say he's probably bigger than Thanos, and he does look far musclier as well. I've got it in my head that he's stronger. I don't know. Nick Fury, assume he's average size, 6 foot. I'm not convinced if let's put that about there and there again. That puts Thanos at about 15 feet tall. There's probably a bio in this. This is the sort of thing that would have a bio. And by bio, I mean like a specific set of stats for him. See, this is the trouble. If this was a Japanese thing, I'd have height, weight, birthday, cup size, blood type. They love that, but I haven't got that. Yeah, I would say he's. I don't think he's actually supposed to be to scale with anyone, but he's definitely not. It's not quite right with Hulk, is it? It's close, but not exactly. However, this Hulk figure was, I think, from Age of Ultron. Kind of long before Thanos was properly finalised, so that's kind of acceptable. Let's put that back. No chance of him coming off the base. He was solidly fixed onto it before he arrived. Yeah, so the eyes are good, actually. They've done a good job with the eyes. And the lips are pretty fair. The purple could be a deeper purple. That's what I'll say with that. Overall, though, I do quite like it. Were it not for the enormous error on the Infinity Stone, which, I mean, really, it's the sort of thing that feels like they should recall the entire line, quite frankly, because it's kind of a big deal, isn't it? The gauntlet itself is pretty good. The stones aren't good anyway. You'll see on close up, I'm sure, how poor they are. No, I'm not a fan of how it's not been attached to the base. I don't know why they've done that, because the base fits in the box like square. It doesn't have to be flat. They could have easily. I'm sure there's a reason why they haven't shipped it, in one piece. But it's to the negative of the thing. Right. So that was the Thanos Hero Collection movie collection piece number 0378. So if if you see someone selling 0378 out there, either they're lying or I am. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.